Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria. This is your first time visiting. Welcome to Siempre Infinitos DIY. Today I get to share with you how I made a whimsical glamorous ice cream. And as well, I would like to say thank you to all of my new subscribers for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate you so much. As well, thank you to everyone who's been following me from the beginning. I appreciate you as well. Thank you for continuing to support my channel. And with all of that being said, let's begin. All of the items that I'm showing you here, I am also going to be linking them in the description box down below. So I got my idea from Pinterest. I've been wanting to do this since last year, and finally I just decided to do it today. So I hope that you enjoy this video. Don't forget to leave me a comment, a like, and share. So here I have my clay, and you just want to make sure that you condition it well, because you want to make sure there's no bubbles in there. And as well, I went ahead and let it dry overnight because I did not want it to have any extra marks. Now, where I connect both of the clays, the ends of the clays, you will see a line there. So I'm going to use that as the back side of my cone. And again, you want to make sure that you condition all of your clay before you start rolling it out. This way, it will prevent it from having any bubbles or any type of lines. I like to use the palm of my hands a lot because just for that same reason. As well, I like to keep my nails cut shortly. I don't know if many of you do that or not, but that helps as well, not to put any extra marks in there. I know there's a lot of people that have long nails and they can still do a beautiful job, just for whatever reason I can't. All right, so here I am just rolling. I just rolled out a worm shape, and then I'm just going to try to put this about maybe half of an inch away from the end. And then of course I started at the back of the cone and then just wrapped it all the way around, because again, the back side is not going to be showing. So that's where I'm going to have all of my clays meet. And then I'm also going to be adding white on top of the blue and right underneath. The same thing that I did with the blue, I'm going to do with the white. So the white clay, I am going to, like I said, do the same thing, roll out a worm shape, but I'm going to make it a little bit more thinner. Now, the type of clay that I'm using is foam clay, and I am using soft clay. The white clay, I know that most of us have gotten clay that is way too soft, and a lot of times I say, if you let it sit out for a couple of minutes before you start using it, it gets a little bit drier and it becomes easy to work with. So in this case, because of the type of ice cream that I'm going to be using or try to shape and make it look like, I wanted to make it look like the soft ice cream, if that makes any sense. And so I am actually happy that I have white, very extremely soft clay. And the clay that I got here actually came from Play Code 3. If you guys are not aware, I'm sure most of you are, but if you're not aware, they already brought their clay back and they have it at a really good price. So that's the clay that I'm going to be using. And here I'm just adding this piece of foam because that's going to be holding the half of the ball. Now, I am actually going to be using glue to glue it down. And I'm also going to be using a toothpick just to make sure that it's extra secure down, so it won't move around and what have you. And all I'm using is just the tacky glue, and then here's the toothpick, and that's just going to be for, like, like I said, extra support. And then I'm going to add the ice cream on top. Now, because the angle of my camera, I'm not going to be able to do the ice cream, like on top of what I'm showing you right here, the cone. So I'm actually going to do that separate, and then I'm just going to add it on top. But I will show you how I added the ice cream, or how I'm going to do the ice cream. I'll show you that a little bit further down. Now, because I'm going to add white ice cream, I don't want to, and I want to paint these two white strips that I added around. I want to make sure that I paint them first, and then I go in with the white ice cream, which is, I'm still going to be adding some gold touches to it, but I want to make sure that it's only to where I want the touches to be at, if that makes any sense. So I just went ahead and added some gold paint, and I'm going to let it dry. Once it's completely dry, then I'm going to go in and do the top of the ice cream. And the other thing too, that I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier, but I went ahead, once I rolled out my clay and covered my cone, I actually let it dry for a couple of hours. You can let it dry overnight if you like, but I let it dry for a couple of hours because I wanted to make sure that it was completely dry before I went in, since I'm going to be handling the cone a lot. I didn't want to put extra marks in there. So this part is actually optional. You don't really have to clean this because I am going to be adding like crushed rocks on there. It's really going to be covering it up, but in case you're not planning to, then just with a q-tip, wet q-tip, it cleaned up that paint. So here I had some like hard or stiff, or I don't know what to call it, but it's cardstock, and it's not really flimsy. So this actually gave me a little bit of a hard time when I was trying to glue it down, and I did it like I did twice. The first time when I was trying to do this, actually I just went ahead and just cut out a pattern. Of course, it was too small, so I had to go in and make it a little bit bigger. But when I went to cover it up, I was doing it while I was holding it over the cone, which I should have done it by itself and then just went in and slipped it in there. It would have been a lot easier. So just giving you heads up, if you want to add this, of course it's optional, but I found it easier to do it just gluing the ends together and then using like a clip, just to hold the clay, I mean not the clay, but to hold the paper down while the glue sealed it or held it on its own or whatever. Just here, this is what I'm talking about. I was trying to glue it together while I was holding it like this, and it was just giving me a hard time, and of course you can see that it was a little bit too small. So I wind up realizing that it was a lot easier if I would have just glued it by itself and then just slipped it in there. So this is actually better if you decide to do this, okay? So just giving you heads up on that. All right, so here is the soft clay that I was talking about from Play Code. It is extremely soft, and this is the time that I loved that it was actually very soft, because what I'm going to be doing with it, it actually worked a lot better for me. So here I am, like I said, I'm just going to show you how I added my ice cream on top, because doing it on top of the cone was actually kind of hard with the angle that I have my camera. So here I have this tool, and all I'm going to do is just roll it all the way around, trying to make it look like it actually came from because it's soft ice cream, you know how it looked like when they use it from the machine, when it comes out from the machine, that's what I meant to say. And this is all I'm doing, just going all the way around with it until I get that realistic ice cream look that I'm looking for. So once I have my ice cream all shaped, then I'm going to go in with some paint, and I'm just going to do light strokes, trying to make it look not too much, not to have too much gold in there, and for whatever reason I was not recording that as well. I did not record it when I added the crushed rocks to it, but here they are. And I really love how this is really looking really cute. I don't know why I wasn't recording. I have no idea. But I'm so sorry about that. But as you can see, here it is. And then now I'm going to be adding a sherry to it and add some crushed rocks. And as you can see how easy and cute this looks, here is a closer look for you. I think I kind of overdid a little bit with the crushed rocks on the sherry, just a little bit, but anyways, but here it is. Really love how this look. I've been wanting to do this for like the longest, of course, like I said, since last year, and I'm so happy that I finally got around to doing it. And of course, if you like this, please don't forget to comment, like, and share. And until the next time, my friends, stay safe, be kind, bye.